Well, we start off with the news that we received yesterday morning. Very, very sad. Well, actually, no, we'll get into that a bit later on. Forgive me. We start off with some very sad news anyway.
Yeah, well, it depends on your perception.
Yes, and that is the Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hines, and a social media post which has now been deleted. In fact, we could take a look at this particular photo from that social media post, because fortunately, when something is posted to Facebook, it doesn't go away that easily. Can we have the photo of Minister Fitzgerald Hines' post? There you go. Why not read that for yourselves this morning?
Okay, so I'm not going to necessarily read out the whole thing, but, you know, some cliff notes or some highlights. All for the safety. Among those beautiful photos, though, are a few featuring the sour big-time loser, the evil woman from Cypria. Viewer discretion is advised. The filthy rich one from Oropouche, the rum-soaked lout, Miss DeMarc, and the skinhead upstart were all there. They appeared for the photo op. These discourteous lost souls remained seated while the entire gathering stood to congratulate Dr. Rowley, and did it bad-mindedly again. Yes. So, I mean, he goes on further. I just found the colorful
Could we just keep
phrases.
this post up to, because you're right, let's not get into reading the entire thing, but scenes from the very fruitful information, very intellectually stirring and timely conference conceptualized by Dr. Keith Rowley, praised for his vision and courage to put this together. Now, listen, Fitzgerald Hines, if you continue like this, we're going to have to tie a rope around you before you get caught any further. You know where I'm heading with this. So seriously, you know, hold back for a moment there, because I don't know if you're just being this suck up in order to keep your job, or for whatever reason it has to be. But put it this way, this is the only thing that you're good at, being a suck up. Furthermore, you go on all the lines that my co-host just mentioned, and I have to repeat this, but this is the quality and caliber of our leaders here in Trinidad and Tobago right now.
Well, hold on. I mean, to be fair to leaders in the nation, of which I have known a few, who are much less famous than a lot of politicians, does the Minister of National Security count as a leader?
Yes.
Really?
In some ways. He's a leader in provocation. He's a leader in some very serious, unfortunate, irrational commentary. He's a leader in hypocrisy. He's a leader in honestly setting the bar for the lowest of the lowest standards that you want. And I mean this in a... How could you be respectful? Hold on.
Don't forget he's also the leader of photo opportunities when opening standpipes.
Fair enough. No, he's actually leading social opportunities as a whole. And you know what? This is the thing. He actually deleted this post to social media. But why am I raising it and resurrecting it once more on Talking Point? It's because I am curious to know. And it goes into my host question of the day, which we will get into later on, is how do individuals like this still have support here in Trinidad and Tobago? We saw this Minister of National Security at a forum at the University of the West Indies. I can't believe you gave him a degree, by the way, if you gave him a degree at all. We saw him at this forum saying that he believes that pornography and movies are a factor as it relates to crime. But you also speak about violence as part of our culture. You also speak about how our systems within the school and the household are breaking down. What nonsense is this as an example that you're setting for people that are watching?
I think he doesn't understand that usually economic hardship goes in line with systems of society and family breaking down. Because the stress of not being able to afford rent or afford food compounds perhaps the abusive behavior of a parent, or systems not necessarily giving you opportunities because they don't have opportunities to give you. So it's very narrow-minded to try to say all the things. And again, it shows that what he says is just based off of convenience. I want to disagree with something in the moment, so it doesn't matter if I'm being a hypocrite, if I'm contradicting myself down the line, I'm just going to say whatever I need to say in the moment. People won't remember.
And this is the thing. He has to cause a distraction from his shortfalls, from his inefficiencies, from his inactiveness, from his incompetence.
Even the Prime Minister, the one thing that I disliked extremely in the Prime Minister's address at the symposium was the cover he was trying to set up for the Minister of National Security.
Furthermore, I go back to the example that Fitzgerald Hines is setting, because I could allude that you're also pushing this level of violence and hatred in our society by these posts. So you as Minister of National Security, it's not your duty and responsibility to formulate a crime plan, but it's absolutely my responsibility to spew this level of hatred. Again, how are you a minister? I received it was circulating on social media, Fitzgerald Hines, his brain was for sale, and I thought, what an absolute insult. You really going to try and sell his brain? You can't even give it away. Nobody will even thief it. Nobody wants it, because this man is empty. This man is clueless. This man is full of hate. And Trinidad and Tobago, I ask you, to all the people that go on social media and put heart reactions next to his post, I ask you, what are you thinking? How are we still supporting this man? How have we as a nation allowed this individual to remain there? And I question the Prime Minister every day on decision makings, but none more than the fact that he wakes up every morning, he looks at us and says he's confident that he has done his job, and yet still Fitzgerald Hines is in this position.
I would just like to know, why is it that the government does its job, but yet we have so many problems? And it's not as though any independent voice is singing praises about decisions. Yeah, you'll get some, okay, this looked okay, this is hopefully will take, but we don't actually have any clear-cut, oh, this is going in a good direction with regards to crime, with regards to education, with regards to diversification, with regards to food security, with regards to digital transformation, with regards to energy security. I mean, they're all in on energy, on fossil fuels in TNT, and we still don't have energy security. But let's not.
No, just very quickly, forgive me, Sean.
Sure.
The next thing that comes to my mind, and this is the thing, if it was the opposition doing this, and the opposition is guilty of such nonsense at times.
Right, but to come down on the opposition, you can't be a hypocrite and do it yourself.
My next question is, where is the PNM's Women's League chastising Fitzgerald Hines for his sick comments against the opposition leader? Regardless of whether or not you agree with the politics or what comes out of the opposition leader's, her office, or her party, I am no fan of it. I don't agree with it. I think it's time she removes herself from the equation. But where is the PNM Women's League defending a woman, defending the opposition leader, defending the first female Prime Minister from such nasty comments?
Well, because at the end of the day, it's...
And why Fitzgerald Hines deleted the post? Why?
Well, exactly.